Hey friends, and welcome to another episode of Freedom Fridays. My name is adontaem. I'm 24 years old, and this is my journey to financial freedom. So as you guys can see, today is a little different. Well, I look a little different. I don't have a hat on today, and I'm like inside like freaking out just because like, why do I not have a hat on? Like, oh my goodness. But no, so like, I just kind of felt a little confident today. You know, I kind of felt like, ooh, I felt like really good and super bright. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I just felt really good and I just wanted to, I don't know, like, so yeah, but that's enough of that. In today's Freedom Friday video, we're going to be talking about discipline, you know, why it's important, why you should have it. And then I have 4 steps plus a bonus tip on how to, you know, gain discipline. And these are actually some of the things that I've been doing and it's been helping. I like it. You know, I'm not going to sit here and say, you know, building discipline is easy, but you know, it's needed, it's worthwhile, and it aids in your growth and your success. So I basically view discipline as a bridge between my goals and my accomplishments. I know that I have to change the things that I do daily in order to create habits that'll bring me lifelong success and growth. And you know, with discipline, you have to do these things every single day. You can't decide that you know, you're going to do it one day and not the next, or you're going to do it every other day or once a week. Like, you're not building discipline that way. And it ultimately comes down to doing it when you damn sure know that you don't want to do it, you know? So just keep that in mind. Just keep pushing and don't stop. Like, literally, discipline will get you to your goals and your accomplishments. Like, you just have to change what you're doing daily. And you know, and going into this next week, so like I mentioned this part of, like, this is a part of my vlog, but like, so one of my goals, and yeah, you guys saw this, so one of my goals is going to the gym, but being to the gym at 5 a.m. Monday through Friday. Last week, if you guys are going to watch my vlog, like, I tanked that so bad. Like, it was just really, like, I even one of the days, like, I got up super early, like, and I was dressed and ready, but like, I was telling myself all the positive things I needed to get there, and I lay back down in bed, and I'm really like super disappointed in myself. And so I'm just telling myself next week, you know, 3 days, you know, this upcoming Monday, I'm walking across that bridge. I'm gaining my discipline. I'm changing what I'm doing daily to create a new habit, and this habit is gonna bring me success, growth, and it's a personal goal, so it's going to bring me happiness as well. So first, you're going to want to start with the simple stuff. You don't want to do too much at once, as it becomes demotivating and overwhelming. You want to master your basics so you can set a good foundation for you to grow, and then you also want to set worthwhile and achievable goals. Now, with these goals, even, you know, if it's going to take you 6 months to get there, what actions or what habit can you build every single day to get you there over this next 6 months? That's something to think about. As you're mastering the basics, these little disciplines, like, they're going to become habits. You're going to do them every single day. That's how you master it. When you don't want to do it, that builds discipline. When you keep doing it, you're mastering, you're scaling, you're building, you're growing. So no matter when you want to stop, no matter, you know, tired, lazy, exhausted, no matter what it is, just keep pushing, like, and it will like pay off for you in the end, and you will reach whatever goal it is that you want to reach. Then just me personally, when I don't want to do something, or like if I'm feeling like lazy or exhausted or just like tired and I'm not feeling up for it and I push and do it anyway, once I get it done, like, I just feel like a sense of, you know, gratitude. Like, I did this for myself. I didn't let myself down, you know, and you don't let yourself down either, you know? So no matter how you're feeling, just go ahead and push forward. Like, this is for your future. This is for your life, your betterment, your self-improvement and self-development. Like, just go for it. You're going to want to be patient. So I actually have a hard time. Well, I had a hard time with this. Let me say, I thought that, you know, at the beginning of this year, when I started my financial freedom journey, I thought that, you know, because I already had like a 9 to 5, so I have steady income coming in. I thought that I was just going to be able to like fund, you know, whatever business it is that I wanted to do, fund whatever, you know, investing and like all that. And granted, yes, that can happen and it has been happening, but it doesn't happen as fast as you expect it to. And you know, just being in the society that we're in, everything is basically fast now. So we're always expecting some type of fast service, whether, you know, food, a car wash, a ride, like an Uber, you know, everything is just basically fast. Paying for something, you know, shopping, everything is just fast. So I feel like we've kind of gotten conditioned to that, or at least I have. So when it comes to any journey that you're taking, or, you know, any habits or discipline, you take your time, you be patient, and just enjoy the process. you're learning. And so like, as you're learning, whether, you're watching YouTube videos, reading books, or watching webinars, seminars, getting a mentor, anything that it is, you're essentially planting a seed, and every day you want to water that seed. So, and the seed is you, it's the knowledge that you're putting into yourself. You want to water that knowledge. You want to water that seed every single day, and don't stop. So just enjoy the process, learn, and be patient. Also, when it comes to being patient, if you have like a mentor, or if there's anyone that you look up to, do not compare yourself to them. They are your mentor for a reason. They're on a completely, like, they're up here and you're like down here, maybe a little lower. And I don't say that to like, be rude or discourage anybody, but it's just like the reality of the situation. Like, and it's honestly, it's where I am, and I have these YouTubers and, authors and, different motivational speakers and everything that I listen to and that I watch. And, they're up here, but I'm not comparing myself to them, because I know that I'm only here, and I'm only comparing my progress, my today, to my yesterday. So I'm always trying to do more today, or grow in other ways today than yesterday. One thing that I carry this from my fitness classes to my own life: progress over perfection. You don't quit. Never quit, just because you never know how close it is, how close you are to your success, to your breakthroughs. Whatever success is to you, you never know how close you are to it. So just never. Third, you want to go ahead and value the process. Now, in doing this, I think that you should find the joy in learning whatever it is that you're doing. Just because like this is something that you're going to spend, whether, this business years there and then sell it, or, spend your lifetime there. Like, you have to find the joy in learning, so that way you can grow yourself, I think that this part is super important, because if you don't, if you don't find the joy, or if you don't enjoy learning, how will you be successful? How will you adhere to your own success, or your business's success? I don't think you will. When I say value the process, this whole process thing, I look at it as an experiment, to see what is working, what isn't working, what can you change, what can you improve upon, what should you stop doing, and this is stuff that, like I said in my last video, like the second to last weekend of June, I literally sat in my living room all weekend just learning. It just ultimately, it just brought me to learn new ways of how to do things, new anything. And that's something that you can learn as well. You just have to you just have to value your process, and actually want to be, and not even want to be in it, because why else would you be doing it? But you have to literally like be present, be in it, be focused, and be dedicated. Make sure that you really enjoy it. Make sure you really commit yourself, because during this, there's going to be so much to learn. There's going to be so many takeaways. Like, when you're starting something new, it's going to be scary. It's going to be, a little frightening, or whatever, but there's so much room for growth. There's like no cap to your potential. You want to focus on today's goals and objectives to get started, and use tomorrow's goals. Keep on growing. You never want to stop growing. You never want to stop learning. This process, it's never going to end. And one last little tip that I have for, valuing the process: constantly ask yourself why. It's a really good question. You always want to know your why, like why you're doing something, because if you don't, what are you doing? If you don't know why you're doing it, you could just be wasting time doing something that you're not happy doing, or, growing a business, or being in an environment that you're not really growing or happy or learning anything in, So make sure you know your why. The more whys that you have, the more motivated you're going to be. Like, you have a reason to want to do this. You have a reason to want to get it done. You have a reason to want to hit your goals. What is your why? Just know what you can have: 1, 10, 20, it doesn't matter. What is your why? Constantly ask yourself just why. It's a really good question. The fourth thing: when should you implement, these habits, or like to take action towards discipline? Today. You should do it today. You shouldn't wait. You shouldn't, don't sit here and say like, or don't be the person that's like, oh, I'll do it in 10 minutes, or I'll do it in an hour, or I'll do it tomorrow. Because then, those 10 minutes come, you could say, oh, well, I'm busy now, I'll do it in 10 more minutes. Well, then that 10 minutes comes, and, next thing you know, it's gone an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours. Oh shit, the day's over. And, now it's tomorrow. And so what, are you busy tomorrow too? So just don't give any excuses. Just start today. Just me personally, I knew that I wanted to start YouTube for a little bit. I didn't really talk to too many people about it. The people that I did talk to about it were all for me doing it, but it was also ultimately me holding myself back. And it doesn't do you any good. So just go ahead and get started. No matter if it's someone telling you not to do it, whether it's yourself telling you not to do it, rewire that brain and and tell yourself why you are going to do it. And if it's, someone else telling you why you shouldn't get started or why you shouldn't do it, don't worry about them. It's your life. What is it that you want out of it, and you go get it and you chase it, you make it happen. So those are the 4 steps that I have, for reaching or for gaining discipline. The last tip that I want to throw in here though is to make sure that you have KPIs, which are key performance indicators, just so that way you can keep track of your progress and your own growth. And it doesn't have to be monetary or anything like that. I know that some of mine are like, I have finance goals as well, but it doesn't have to be monetary. As far as my businesses go, I don't even really have monetary goals for my businesses. Like I have for acmcreatives, like events that I want to get done. Like I know that this quarter I want to have 2 paid events, but I don't really view that as like monetary. I guess it is. But whether these KPIs are monetary or, product services or, whatever tool you can use to measure your business's success or your own success, that's what you go ahead and do. Some of the KPIs that I have are, my engagement on, as of right now, I don't really have that much engagement, so engagement on my reels and like my Insta stories and posts and everything like that. So as of now, I don't really have too much engagement, but people are seeing that. Like I have views and people are saving it and everything like that. Now I just need to figure out a way to get people to actually engage with me. So that's a KPI for me right there, getting engagements. Another KPI is just like how much I'm posting and how much is getting out there. Another KPI is people actually recognizing, my brand and me and what I can bring to them. A KPI, for me is for the amhiit, having my workout done and uploaded by a certain time. Another KPI for me is my Freedom Friday videos. So your KPI, your key performance indicators, can be anything for you to measure your own success. And for right now, for me, those are the things that I'm doing to measure my success and my business's success as well. Now, those aren't all of my KPIs, but I just wanted to give a few different examples of, where you can start, where you can like think of, or, just anything like that. I was only gonna give 1, but let's give 2. Another tip, your application. So no matter what it is that you're doing, adjust your action plan or like your action steps every step of the way. So like I said in my last video, as you grow and as you evolve, your goals change, and your action plan and your action steps are going to change as well. As you grow and as you evolve, you get a clearer idea of what you should be doing and how you should be maneuvering yourself, your business, and your success and your growth. At any point, adjust these action steps. Like they don't have to just be, what you already wrote. Because so your action step was, buy a hot comb, glue, start selling wigs, fixing them up and everything. That's your action step. Okay, but now you've already done that. Now what are you gonna do? You're not gonna keep being, buying supplies, making wigs and everything like that. Your action now has to change to selling them. So what steps are you gonna take to start selling these wigs? So I do have a strategic business plan, form, template, whatever you want to call it. If you guys want one, just let me know, or I figure out how to somewhere you guys can just go and get it yourselves instead of requesting it, and I'll pop that in the description bar below. And if it's not this video, it very well might not be. It'll be the next one. But once I figure it out, I'll go through and re-edit my description bars and just okay. So friends, that is all for today's Freedom Friday. I want to thank you all so much for hanging in. If you're new, just go ahead and smash that subscribe button. Definitely, if you learned something, please go ahead and comment and then connect me on social media as well. Right now, kicked my tripod. My ring light. As of right now, I'm really only active on Insta. But these are the steps that I've been taking to go ahead and gain some discipline, these habits that I've been building. And we only have 6 months left of this year. 6 months left of this year. So go ahead, be great, start some good habits, make a lifestyle change, and be committed to your own self, your development, self-improvement, growth in your businesses. And with that being said, my name is Adontaem. I want to thank you, friends, for hanging in, and peace.